I believe I auditioned for Baby Crasto first.
And now you know how good
Yeah.
he is at lying.
See.
At lying.
and then since Ritik had some other commitments and the team was already there at the Crasto Villa, and they were like, "Abhi to shoot is all booked," and the producers have put in their money and they believe. No, it's such a.
Hi Jesal. Hi Supriya ma'am. How are you?
Good. I'm all good. Thank you.
Great. How are you?
I'm very, very good.
Sorry, I have only one mic, so I'll be passing it around. So if it's easier, please hold the mic.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
Wherever you need it.
I will let you know. Good morning, and I'm so excited to be here with you right now.
He's also here.
Chalo. We didn't. Chalo, candid, come sit.
Special one with you, darling.
Yeah. Come sit.
forget
It's
about
recording.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Neil.
Hello.
How's it going so far?
Very good. I'm excited to be here. And you're very well dressed, and I'm a bit underdressed.
No, you're fine. We're all a shade of blue, and Jesal is a shade of green. That's amazing. I was just telling Jesal that you guys have made it to London in a very good time. It's bright and sunny in summer. Kal ka bharosa nahi hai, kal fir barish ho sakti hai. Jesal, I want to start with you. This is your directorial debut, and I think you had mentioned that you started writing the script during the pandemic. Tell me a little bit about what was that thought process like, and how did that come about?
Me and my writer, Shifa, we were just jamming, like, what we wanted to write a film. So there was so much of news influx that was happening at that point of time. There was a lot of influence overall in the kind of environment we were in at that point of time. What we felt, because we were constantly just reading and, watching news and stuff, it was so challenging for us to kind of distinguish between what was fabricated and what was true. It was so deceptive, overall. So we started exploring this question, whose story can be trusted in today's world? This very notion sparked the creation of our film, Baby Crasto.
Speaking of Baby Crasto, we have Baby right here. So nice to have you here. I do want to understand, without giving away too much, because I don't want spoilers to go out, how does the collaborative process work between the director and the actor when there are shades of grey and you have to convey it sort of smartly? How does that process come about between the two of you?
So I personally felt that as an actor-director, you have to first be on the same page. You have to understand the basic character and the basic characterization. But saying that, I still feel it's the director's view, which is the most important. So even if I have something that I have thought about as an actor, if my director doesn't agree with that, then I need to step down and say, it's her film or his film, and they have to make the decision. Saying that, luckily for me and Jesal, I think it was more like we were on the same page throughout and quite sure about what we wanted to say through Baby. The idea of how to portray it was there in my mind when I started reading the script. So I had a certain view, and we didn't really have too much time before, somehow. I mean...
Yeah, but we did have a lot of...
Yeah, a lot of discussions, talks we did have, but we didn't have time to, kind of... So we reached the place and started exploring with the locale, and in the locale itself, we had a lot of things. I didn't have space to go there, see that place, be with that place for a long time. And therefore, it was like a discovery of the character while we were going through with it. And I personally also felt that the cameraman, Nachiket, he also was very involved in the way he was wanting to tell the story, So he had a vision of his own. I think he and Jesal were very attuned. So for me, I was not following so many people, but I was following just Jesal's view and vision and mine, which were again matching. So it was quite a lucky collaboration to have. As per the other characters, if you see the film or when you see the film, you'll realize it doesn't matter. So it was much easier for us, and luckily it just so happened that there was no kind of...
It was organic.
Yeah, it wasn't as if we became a family. Somehow it didn't happen in this film. Normally when you're working over a period of time, you do tend to become. But because this film was this kind, I think it worked very well for it.
Jesal, do you want to add something to that?
So we wrote a character, right? And when Supriya ji, thank you so much for agreeing to do the film. But when she agreed to do the film, and the depth that she brought with the character, the nuances that she got. And it is such a deeply layered character, the complexities of it, and it helped me also to see baby Crasto in that particular way. And it was so much magic, like you write just a sentence, you imagine it in a certain way, but when the actors come in, and the value that they bring to the table, and they kind of make it their own, with their actions and their nuances and their expressions, just that eye tweak that they make, and it just takes it to another level. Yes. And for me, I mean all the actors, including Supriya ji, Neil, Vaibhav, like other cast members, I just had an amazing experience because I was just having so much fun,
Neil, I want to come to you.
Yes, please.
Something along the same lines of this question, and Supriya ji mentioned that going to the house and everything also starts building that, right? So how important is it to see that world building to enhance your performance? Does it help to start going to that place, a smell or, touching something, a prop? Does that help sort of better your performance?
I'm going to start at the beginning.
Yes.
Hrithik Roshan was supposed to play the role of Jacko, and
Can I pause you there? I was actually going to ask you, were
Yes.
you offered Jacko or Vasu, and did you have a choice?
I believe I auditioned for Baby Crasto first.
And now you know how good
Yeah.
he is at lying.
and
And lying.
then since Hrithik had some other commitments, and the team was already there at the Crasto villa, and they were like, "Abhi to shoot is all booked," and the producers have put in their money, and they believe. Nahin, such hai. And then I was on a scooty heading for a swim, nadi mein. I was going to have a snanam, and they were like, and they were like, hey chokra, come here, acting kar sakte ho? Sana kar lunga. So that's how I got the part. And you're absolutely right about the touch and the smell. I mean, you're in Goa. That vibe sort of gets into you, and I did, of course, go for a dip in the sea before shoots, and like we'd have most of our shoots were a night shoot. So then Vaibhav and I would go on our scooters, go quickly for just one quick dip in the pool, and not in the pool, in the sea. And then come back. And a lot of conversations we would have outside. That bungalow was really old, what Portuguese sort of. Oh, just to sit over there, and we would sit. Supriya ji was outside between, like sometimes there was a gap in case something else was going on, as opposed to going to the van, just chill over there,
Just
set
absorb
up.
the environment as
It's
well.
slow. It's a
Yeah.
certain pace,
Yeah.
and it's all about a rhythm.
I do want to ask you another question, and the same question for you as well, ma'am. Was there any scene that you performed that didn't make the cut and you were disappointed, or you wish, "Arey, mera performance us scene mein bahut acha tha, ye nahi gaya"?
I believe there were many. I mean, the film is much tighter. Whatever cuts that were done has only added to the value of it. And like at some point, it goes really quick. There was something which I was like an emotional scene for me. But when I saw it, like I was just like, actually good that didn't make it to the.
Why do you say that though?
Because it is, when you are performing, you're thinking your world is the entire world, right, in your head. But when you're watching the film, and only our director has the vision to see it while it's being made also, you're like, didn't miss it at all.
It was seamless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in a way, good. I got some like process for myself as a performer to play that scene out with our crew, and because everybody's energy is so collective.
Yeah. Same question, Supriya ji. I think you thought of something.
Yes, I did. I did think of a scene which I had with these. Supposedly, there are these two lady friends of Baby Crasto. I wouldn't say friends, as Baby says in the film, that there's no friends that she has. But there were these two women she interacted with, and there was this very cute scene between the three of them. And it was very hot when we did it. And I remember perspiring and, feeling, oh my God, we've done it. But it's necessary, very needed, kind of dedication towards your acting. We have to suffer, we have to do it. And then you see the film and say, oh, it's not there. So why the hell did you go through all that? Yeah, she can tell you why it was not there.
इतना मेहनत करवाया
I think it was my editor.
Blame it on somebody else.
No. So I think that I really loved that scene, and it was also a very nice scene to have in the film. But you see that in the overall, when I see the film together with Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 in place, I felt that moving into baby's house had to be a little bit more quicker. If I delay it even by a minute, then I can lose the audience because there's tension breathing throughout, right? I have to hold on to that. If I let it go even for a minute, there is a possibility that you will lose interest in the film.
After all these years, how do you still sort of find the motivation and stay passionate to acting? Does it ever get monotonous?
No, not at all. On the contrary, I just love acting.
Yeah.
I think as I can act anywhere.
Okay.
And I really enjoy that the most. I don't think it'll ever get monotonous.
That's really nice to know as well.
I'm learning all the time in any case. My God, there's so much to learn.
That's it. You're a student of the
Yeah,
art.
all
Amazing.
the time.
Jesal?
Cliche dancer.
No, but it's good though. It's good. I actually asked Manisha Karala the same thing, and she said, "Yeah, it got monotonous," which is why I took a break.
Okay.
So not a cliche answer. Jesal, first film done. I'm sure there were ups and downs and challenges. Any word of advice that you would like to give for aspiring filmmakers?
I don't know if I can give an advice, but just from sharing my experience, I feel that if you truly want to do something, you want to write a story, do it with full conviction, have hope. You will always find somebody who will be interested in doing the film, and your film will find its own way.
Neil, we're coming to a close, so I quickly want to get your thoughts on this. Now that you've seen, I would like to, but she's doing a countdown. I know.
I see you.
नहीं, मुझे वहाँ से भी countdown मिल रहा है, पर एक और Q&A कर लेंगे one-on-one, but before, है ना?
That's a lovely one.
Acha, before we conclude this, now that you've seen the performance, you've seen Jesal's work as well on the big screen, and this is a question for all of you, but I'll start with you, Neil. If you have to describe Supriya ma'am's and Jesal's working style in one word, how would you describe it?
Golden.
Dono.
Golden ratio.
Very nice. Same question for you.
Neil, very smart answer. Wait. Always. What I have to say, but
Neil and Jesal. अच्छा ना bonding हो रही है.
Neil, very good. Okay.
Very good, 2 words that.
Yeah.
Good, but
I don't want to say good. I want to say very good. That's one word. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
And Jesal, I would say great.
Jesal, your turn.
Me and
Me and Neil.
Supriya ji and Neil. And yourself also, why not?
No. Then we were not given answer. No.
We'll pass the mic back.
No. We have no time.
Okay, with Neil and Supriya ji, right?
One word.
One word, yes.
Each.
Magical for me, yes. Like, it was just magic, yeah.
Dono.
Yes, because both have a process, and I learned so much, like, because it's also my first film, so it's not like, and they have so much to offer me, then I don't have that much to give back, honestly, but they have so much to offer me, and it really helps me grow also as a person, and also helps me in my craft as well. So yeah, it's just magical. Yes.
I was coming, but you were in a flow. Magical. Thank you so much.
Language somewhere where
There's one word to describe the whole thing.
right.
Yes, it's difficult to condense it down to a word. On that note,
Editor, please bring editor.
Chalo, on that note, thank you so much. Hopefully we can do a longer one another time. And if you haven't seen Baby Crasto, which I know you haven't yet, but when it's out, watch out for it.
Thank you.
Chalo, thank you.